Welcome into a very special, excuse me, always off brand. This is a emergency pod. So who did I call? There's breaking news. So who did I call immediately? I had to call Danny Silverman. Hello, Danny Silverman calling from the phone. He's from the road, his mobile studio. Where are you? In New York, right? You're
I'm in New York City. Yeah, headed to the airport.
Unbelievable.
But hey, nothing stops for e-commerce, right? Things keep going. Wherever we are, we got to deal with it.
So
the big days.
You put on the linky today. Again, huge news today.
Huge.
We're recording this. I'm pushing this out May 13th. This is going to go out quickly. That all of a sudden, Rufas. What happened to Rufas, Danny?
Yeah, Rufas has been given up for adoption. Alexa can't. That's it. Rufas is out. Alexa's in. I think Amazon traded up.
Oh, God. They think about this so much money. Think about all the money.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah. The Rufas. Everything was Rufas. But we said in the Great Prediction Show 3 months ago on the Bingo Prediction Show with the Magic 8 Ball, we're like, this can't. This is a family that has to. Something's got to give.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, Amazon's so well known for creating so many brands and reusing brands, but to be building up two personas side by side that ultimately needed to do the same thing. They needed Alexa to be more front and center on AI anyway. It's an installed hardware base. It just made all the sense in the world for this to happen. But you got to wonder what that marketing conversation was with the Rufas people like, no, don't kill my brand. And the Alexa people being like, really? You know?
But we talked. If we didn't talk about it on the prediction show, we've talked about it since, whether texting or whatever. Like they can't exist in this world together. And we were like, well, it's got to be Alexa, which seemed crazy at the time because they're just hammering Rufas. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere without getting hit in the face with Rufas.
Yep, exactly. Yep, but you know, it just goes to show you. I mean, calmer heads prevailed, I think, and at some point they're just like, we've got to focus. We got to go where the people already are, right? And it clearly indicates that the AI has reached a point of of maturity that they're ready to scale it out. It's no longer just a test, right? This is something that's going mainstream, and they clearly see the opportunity that this is a full ecosystem play, and honestly makes it bigger than OpenAI or Anthropic, because they don't have devices yet, right? Whereas here we're taking Amazon's AI and we've already got the Alexa device in how many homes, right? Most people can't even say Alexa in their house without worrying that she's going to wake up.
Thank God you're in a car right now.
That's right. Unfortunately, it's not an Alexa-enabled car.
But that's true, because this moves at the speed of light. We forget how predominant Alexa was over those years. I mean, it was in Ford, every commercial, Alexa, and then all of a sudden Google Home had to come in. Where it was embedded everywhere.
Yep. And not only that though, it was also probably the most glorified timer and MP3 player on the planet, because that's all it was really good for. But if we actually put some good intelligence in there now. Like now she's got relevance, she's got meaning. It's not just, hey, reorder my garbage bags. It's, what are the best garbage bags for my home? And, how do I think about that at a bigger level and I'm not going to go to Chatty. I'm going to go to Alexa and just talk to her.
This is unbelievable, so Alexa 2, I mean, mixed reviews. I think you weren't excited about it. Some other people are like, oh God, it's so much better. Just to reveal, I got Alexa. I had my own shop and we had an office right near Amazon. So we were all in it. I had like 3 or 4 devices. And then I was so sick of it being so stupid. And then all of a sudden nobody's saying anything. And all of a sudden just spurts out. I got rid of it. I unplugged them. They have not been in my home or my office for many years because it's just like, what am I doing? I don't need this.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure that there's a technical AI term for multi-instruction something. But the biggest hang up, even with Alexa Plus, and it said that they build it as you can now get conversational when they rolled out Alexa Plus. I couldn't get her to be conversational. I couldn't get her to do more than one command. I'm like, play my playlist, shuffle, and skip the first song. And she would be completely confused. You have to be like, play my playlist, shuffle this mix, next. And it was three
Yeah.
different commands with three different responses. And it's the same thing with shopping and asking her to put items in the cart or add items to the shopping list. Hopefully with Rufus being potentially smarter, you can have more of an AI-like experience and give multiple commands at once and have a proper conversational AI, which would be pretty cool if they get it working that way.
Yeah, and knowing them, it'll start out not great, and then but in a short period of time, they'll make it work.
Do you think, all this business about people who end up developing romantic relationships with their AIs, like there's going to be this huge influx of Alexa girlfriends?
Oh my God, yes. Alexa is going to take over all. Yes, the therapy, the 70% therapist and the 70%. Yes. And we talk about this. LLMs, they're so pleasers. They're such agreeable people.
They are.
These LLMs.
Scott, you're so handsome today. You picked out the most beautiful shirt. Well done.
But the funniest thing about this, first of all, where were you in Manhattan? You were eating lunch, and then what airport are you going to? These are really nice. You're going to LaGuardia. All right. Yeah, what part of the city were you in?
Manhattan, right 31st, right near Broadway.
Okay. So wait, it's gonna take you how long to get to it? You're like 1:30 in the afternoon. It's gonna take how long?
Yeah, about 35 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be a $200 Uber ride.
That it is. That it is. But you know what? We stop at nothing to meet our clients in person.
100%.
Paramount importance.
100%. But nothing also gets in the way of you just bam saying, you know what? Danny and Scotty O had that.
That's right.
We had that. I'm sure a bunch of people had it, but you and I were like, they got to make a decision.
Yeah. No, we talked about in our bingo card. I had a few WERs where the headline image had, Alexa with Rufus on a leash and talking about when that was going to come together. But it's all right. It's not about who predicted it or who said it first, maybe a little bit, but it's not. The point is e-commerce is moving on. And I think Amazon's doing the right thing here. It's a little less, it'll be confusing for a minute because now I got to re-educate all the executives and get people to update their presentations, copy, find and replace Rufus with Alexa, and then life will go on.
Oh, and get ready. Don't you think? Get ready for an onslaught of Alexa ads, like everywhere. Oh, yeah. We're going to be inundated. It's just like we're reliving whenever it came out. Okay.
Yep.
This is a quick episode. I don't know where you are on your ride, but my biggest thing that you and I go back, see, if the listener doesn't know, Danny and I are texting nonstop when he sees something. We're trying to, we care if we got it right, because there's a bunch of stuff. Most of it we get wrong. That's the truth.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Every once in a while, a blind bear finds honey, and we get something right. So you and I text each other back. It cracks me up. The other big thing we're discussing is this horizontal agentic commerce, or this agent, versus the vertical. So Alexa is still vertical, but Andy, as I call him Andrew, my buddy, he is intimate. Like, he makes every quarter, every earnings call and everything. He's like, yeah, we're talking to third parties. And they have the buy for me, where they go out and basically, it's like a shopper going to TJ Maxx every day and nobody really knows their stuff's in there. Like, it's not great for the brands. Where do you think this, in that playbook where you and I have talked about, what do you think?
So think about this in three parts, right? There's the AI experience the average consumer knows. Fix up my email, help me with a spreadsheet, and Claude Code. There's so much more awesome things you can do with it. But like the whole ecosystem of AI, whatever you're doing with it. Then in agentic commerce, you have all of commerce in the universe, and then Amazon, which continues to keep everything behind their moat. What Amazon's working on doing is bringing all three of those together in a way that nobody else will be able to, because they are the center of it. So if they can use the connectors out to pull with the UCP. UCP, the council that they just joined.
Yes.
It's going to allow them to bring in feeds from every other retailer. Now they've got Amazon, they got the rest of the world, and they've got the AI conversational and skill capability. They're looking to continue dominating the world, and they're like, OpenAI, Anthropic, nice to know you, but we got this. Thanks.
And our good friend Scott Wingo, who I'm going to put that episode at DSS when we had the 4 celebs together, which unscripted, unplanned, not on a panel, by the way.
Yep.
Get ready for that one coming out. I'm editing it as we speak.
Yeah. I don't know if you read one of his.
He went nuts today. He went nuts.
Did he? I didn't see. Yeah, I saw his original post. I haven't seen. So I've been in meetings, but if you saw his post from a few days ago, they're talking about how, if you optimize for Anthropic, you're optimizing for Rufus, now Alexa, because there's something like 80% confidence that Rufus, now Alexa, is actually running on a version of Anthropic, which I didn't know. It's pretty fascinating, actually.
No, I didn't know that, but I was I'm a worker bee. I'm a hands-on. When I'm in Amazon all day long, every day for my real job, it's constantly screwing stuff up. And I do blame Claudette. I blame Claude because I'm like, good Lord, Claude, could you get your shit together and like fix this stuff? I have the spinning wheel of death half the time, and there's all kinds of catalog shenanigans. I mean, that's common. But it like goes through. It's like a illness. It's like a freaking wave of infection. It's like you send your kids to kindergarten again, and it's causing havoc right now. It's just automatically. It's just pulling stuff apart. So I blame Claude, Danny.
It's Claude's fault. That's it. That's it.
Okay, so today's that's big news. This is huge, actually. I don't want to overstate, but it is big, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. I mean, it's big because the conversations, Rufus is at the big picture. Is it like a fundamental shift? No, but certainly in terms of how we reference AI, how we think about the players, how we think about where Amazon's taking all this, it's a lot of confirmation of where we think it's been heading. And it's a lot of, updating how people are referring to the key players in the space. So I think it's a pretty big deal.
And just quickly, and we'll get you out of here because you got to go. On your route to LaGuardia, I love.
I'm not going anywhere fast right now. I can tell you that much.
Just from the competitive side, and you do a lot of MPG. You do a lot of work. Again, we all are rooting for Walmart. We're all rooting for other retailers. We're rooting, right? We want Amazon to have competition. There is some good business to have. What do you think this says in your purview about sparking? About, I mean, Walmart, to their credit, they're making all kinds of different plays. But what does this announcement do?
I'm not sure if it makes a fundamental difference for them as much as I'm wondering now, is Walmart going to start coming out with Sparky devices?
Yeah.
Because if there's one thing Walmart's always done is, what they think makes sense in Amazon's playbook, they're quick to copy it. So now if it's like, well, this is where Amazon's going, they've got a device. We know OpenAI is working on a device. Walmart's got to have a device. Now they've got the TVs, right? So I know that Scott's been talking about that as well, that how installed their prediction of the percentage of homes it's going to be in by 2030. But I think you need more than a TV. I think you need something that's tabletop.
The TVs are great, Danny, but I've been saying this 100 years. Like, they don't own any content. Okay, that you're right. They're not. They're going to do what they're going to do. Yes, they're in competition or whatever. I think what you and I are leading to, or what this is leading, I guess it's more OpenAI and chit-chatty and these other guys who are trying to get in. Google, honestly, Google has to look at this differently because they're trying to get into shopping. Everybody's trying to get into shopping.
Yep.
Right. So it's a bigger play for them, isn't it?
It is. It is. What did I just see about them in the last day or so? Something they had a big, there's Google Books that they just announced ahead of I/O next week, which are Gemini powered devices. Like the OS is the AI, which is pretty fascinating, pretty eye-opening. So we're going to start seeing this convergence, right, of the AI and physical devices, and figuring out how do they get deeper and deeper into our lives every day.
Good Lord. I see, this to me leads the Alexa thing leads more to a horizontal agent in some ways, because Alexa was, the original purpose was to be your assistant, just like Siri, just like all these people.
Yep.
But Alexa's not on our phones. As I'm just talking out loud,
but that's why Amazon's talking about a phone, right? They recently announced an Alexa phone, so maybe that's part of the play. Bring back Fire Phone too.
I mean, this announcement came off like hours ago, and I'm already exhausted, Danny.
I'll go take a nap, and you'll feel better after.
All right, Danny Silverman, from the road, from the Uber on the way to the airport. I cannot thank you enough, my friend. This is
Thanks for having me. It's always great to catch up.
All right, we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Hey there, this is Haley from Quickfire, and they want me to read this so you know what this podcast is part of and how to find out more if you want. Always Off Brand is a production of Quickfire LLC and a part of the Learn and Laugh series on the Quickfire Podcast Network. For more information, go to quickfirenow.com. Have a good one, and thanks for listening.